The Australian curriculum outlines the general capabilities which play a significant role in preparing young people in the 21st century for life beyond school. Some of these general capabilities include literacy, numeracy, ICT capability, critical and creative thinking, personal and social capability, ethical understanding, intercultural understanding. As a general capability, ICT provides the vector for all other capabilities to be reached. For example, through using ICT in the classroom, students can apply their literacy and numeracy skills in a variety of ways, using appropriate terminology used in all key learning areas. Critical and creative thinking can be developed through applying their knowledge and synthesizing information into their own text. It is essential that modern-day teachers cater for all learning styles when implementing the general capabilities. ICT provides a mechanism in which we can impact the way students enjoy our subject and enjoy us as a teacher. Since learning in the 21st century is based on creativity, we need to be encouraging diversity, celebrating the uniqueness of each student. Building on their strengths, students can set their own goals inside and outside of the classroom.
In the science classroom, teachers strive to teach new concepts to students daily. A study by Sorjo et al. States that the introduction of ICT in biology lessons can raise not only the level of knowledge, but the students' attitudes towards biology as well. The question of today's discussion is how can we use ICT in high school biology classrooms effectively, making use of the 21st century technology. Biology as taught in schools is quite content heavy and requires students to understand diagrams which represent part of or whole organisms. For example, students may be expected in high school to label the major organs in the human body. Interactive tools, such as what is displayed on the screen, can be used. These tools help visualize what they are learning and also receive instant feedback on their process. Biology also requires microscopic studies. Using videos, we can now turn one's abstract concepts into visual images. For example, students can be shown videos of how enzymes splice mRNA or how they work in general. In many circumstances, biology's practicals can be dangerous or not allowed for particular ethical reasons, such as dissections and things like that. Therefore, we can make use of online dissections, as shown on the screen, and other types of practicals where students can complete experiments that help improve their biological understanding. The other way ICT can be used in biology teaching is for assessments, where the students are expected to synthesize and create a form of multimedia that describes a topic and requires a higher level of thinking. For example, if students were expected to complete a project on the organ systems of the human body, they could represent this as a Wix website, they could represent it using a video, this would be editing with iMovie, things like that. They could also create a blog, so using Tumblr. So there's many options for multimedia assessments. Therefore, it is up to the teacher to set limits and determine the type of project. This will ensure that the students understand what is required and complete work that is satisfactory to the teacher. For biology teachers to adopt the use of ICT in their practice, it is important that it aligns with their teaching values. Educators must also recognise that introduction of these methods discussed above will be beneficial to their students. Finally, we must ensure that support and appropriate training is given to teachers so they are equipped to implement the use of ICT in the classroom.
Industrial technology TAS is the study of technology, design, and in the classroom, teachers need to seek to implement new and developing ideas daily to ensure student growth. ICT is extremely helpful in innovative technology. When implemented into the classroom, it becomes a multi-tool for all students to use. ICT is not only perceived as a catalyst for change, but also changing teaching style, changing learning approaches, and changing access to information. How can we use ICT in our high school industrial technology TAS classroom effectively to enhance student learning and technology integration? As industrial technology is a practical-based subject, the introduction of ICT is gradual. ICT in the industrial technology classroom can be introduced with computers or tablets and new emerging technologies such as 3D printers or laser cutters, a more machine-based version of ICT run by computers. Also, being used as an assessment-based resource with assessment styles such as CAD or 3D drawings. Industrial technology in schools is more so a practical field, requiring essential competency-based skills and higher-order thinking in relation to Bloom's taxonomy. For example, students may need to operate a machine or complete a safety test for students in order to progress to the next task. But for an ICT example, safety tests are now done on both a machine and an online safety. Such ICT tools implement interactive and engaging methods of assessment-based learning in order to see and track student progress in relation to competency in the classroom. Industrial technology is ever advancing, and the introduction of new machinery and tools call for advancements in ICT. As safety is such an important factor in the classroom, we need to work as safely as possible and know the potential outcomes of incorrect safety. With new technologies, we'll need instructions using videos or online tutorials of a safe way of initially exercising the use of machinery. As 21st century learners, we need to use and implement ICT in the classroom for both student and teacher growth, connectivity, and most importantly, quality learning and student retention. Another example of ICT is creating a multimedia portfolio in which students showcase their work and progress on their projects. BOSS Test requires us to be productive, creative, and confident in the use of technology and understand the impact of technology on society. Students may need to create this using a video editing software on their computers. This assessment style needs to be incorporative of ICT such as video, audio, and editing. Creating assignments like this that encourage students to create and implement higher order thinking. Incorporating ICT into the industrial technology classroom is essential for advancement and growth. Educators and teachers need to ensure that the introduction of new technology is done efficiently. We need to ensure that we are supportive of ICT advancements in our classrooms, use them safely and transformingly. ICT is providing a new platform for learning for both students and teachers to improve and adapt in their teaching programs. The modern classroom is evolving and transforming. ICT is providing a new platform for learning for both students and teachers to improve and adapt their teaching practices.
The Cambridge Dictionary defines food technology as a branch of technology that incorporates food production. Throughout the year 7 to 12 New South Wales syllabus, there are a multitude of outcomes that can be learnt and assessed through the use of ICT. For example, students complete a food product development unit where they create their own food product and create a design brief, labelling their food product. Students would be creating, evaluating and analysing, encouraging students to use higher order thinking in these creative projects. Using Bloom's taxonomy, in this nature gives students opportunities to think more deeply and develop their metacognitive skills. The general capabilities are also incorporated into the syllabus, where students will be implementing numeracy and literacy skills as well as ICT skills to complete projects. Other design projects in food technology can include designing innovative, new-to-the-world food products, as well as creating websites using Wix, where students can create menus and pricing for takeaway restaurants, using blogging websites such as Twitter to post about public perceptions about health, use Skype to talk to a chef, creating flashcards using Google Docs, using YouTube to view pre-recorded videos by the teacher and answer guided questions, and using interactive websites to view information about the dietary guidelines. These examples show how ICT is intertwined into food technology and forms the basis for all that is learnt throughout Year 7 to 12.